with all the focus being on the ANC, the EFF, Mkhonto weSizwe, and the DA and the PA, most people are forgetting that there are other smaller parties that are going to grab 1 or 2 seats in the National Assembly. People have forgotten about these parties. They are looking at this election as a 4-horse or even a 3-horse race. But I'm telling you right now, with 50% of the votes still to be counted, these smaller parties might just sneak in there and get that 1 or 2 seats in the National Assembly. Who am I talking about? Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Tlongwane Zinjiva Sono. Back at it again with another one. And this time around, I want to cover the smaller political parties. We should never forget about these political parties because ultimately, when there is a coalition government, they come in and play a big role, end up getting, a person ends up being the mayor of Joburg, but they are from a minority party. And it is crazy to ignore such political parties. I want to pick as to how many voters the smaller political parties have got and try to predict if indeed they will end up getting 1 or 2 seats in the National Assembly. It's very important to do this, ladies and gentlemen, with about almost 60% of the votes tallied so far, 58% as I'm doing this video, as when I'm recording this video, with the ANC sitting at 41%, the DA sitting at the suspicious 23%, the MK growing to 11%, and the EFF still under 10%. But if we look at, let's ignore the IFP, let's ignore the PA, let's ignore the Freedom Fund Plus. Let's start talking from Action SA, because this is the first time that they are participating in a national election. They've got 129,000 seats. This looks like they will get something like 3, 4, 5 seats at the current moment. And if they continue, they got 91,000 seats, 91,000 seats, and looks like they've got 3 seats already. So they might get 20 more thousand and get 5 seats. They might get 60 more thousand from this 91,000 and land somewhere at 130, 140, 150, and get at least 5 seats or 6 seats, according to my prediction. So my prediction is that Action SA will end up with 6 seats. This will be a very good reflection of the hard work that they have put in. ACDP is a party that landed somewhere, I think, at 70-something thousand in the previous elections. They got a lot of seats, I think 100 and something. I'm speaking under correction, but this is not a good performance for them, the ACDP. So far, they only have 1 seat. They might go to 60. It looks like 30-something thousand will get you 1 seat. So the ACDP being at 50, they might continue to be at 60-70, and that will get them 2 seats. So we are still waiting to see what the ACDP and parties like the UDM sitting at 42,000 votes. This is not good for the UDM. They were hoping to do better than that. So if the UDM improves this 42 to doubling it to 84, they will only get about 2 seats. This is not what the UDM wants. The UDM wants to do better than this. But, if you did not work hard on the ground, if you did not have the personalities and the budget, you're simply not going to make it in Parliament. Let's talk about the ATM. ATM, for me, performing poorly. compared to how people have received the ATM everywhere they go. Everyone loves the ATM's president, Vuyo Zungula. Everywhere he goes, when he speaks in parliament, he will trend on social media and things like that. But that did not help this time around. The ATM sitting at 34,000 votes. This is only one seat. This means only Vuyo Zungula will go back to parliament. They are looking obviously to improve this, get 2 more seats in there. I don't know if that's going to be possible with how these elections are going. The system is going to go off. Who knows what is going to happen before we get to 100. And the rich kids, the spoiled brats of these elections, Rise Mzansi, they got 32,000 votes. 32,000 with all those billions, all the millions that they were getting. All the millions from the Oppenheimers, it only got them 32,000 so far. So meaning Rise Mzansi will get 1 seat. Their president will go to parliament. Maybe even 2 seats, who knows, if they can improve this margin to 60. I doubt it will get to 60. So I only see one seat for Rise Mzansi. Listen, our colonizers has managed to divide us as black people. They have managed to divide us. They have funded many political parties like Action SA, like Rise Mzansi, like BOSA, and all of these parties like the IFP and all of them that are funded by the same family. It's crazy. It's crazy that, you know, we as black people continue to be happy with being divided. But, you know, people are singing for their pockets. People are doing what you call stomach politics. People are making money. People are throwing millions. I mean, some of these Rise Mzansi people will be getting paid more than parliamentarians. These are millions we are talking about. Millions. Millions can run this political party for the next coming 4 years. No problem. No problem. If they get another injection to the political party, I mean, I don't see why this Rise Mzansi will not last to 2029. Again, another political party funded by white monopoly capitalists, BOSA, by Mmusi Maimane. They only managed to get 31,000 seats. So Mmusi Maimane probably going to go back to parliament. It's going to be very difficult to choose. Is he going to go back, or is he going to send the Queen, the deputy president, to go to parliament? It's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen with BOSA, Build One South Africa, you know, performing very poorly. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me and my mind. I just think that 31,000 is too low for me. For me, it's too low for me. When we have already you know, counted 50%, almost 60% of the votes, and you are still at 31,000. What are you doing as a political party? But again, for me, you know where I stand. I question the results of the IEC. I don't think that they are credible. But anyway, this is what we're going to go with. I honestly wish that at least at minimum that the parties might say, please, can we do a recount? Not a re-election, just a recount. Can we recount, please? We want to see if you recount, if you start at 0 and you start loading the numbers again, are you going to get to the same sum that you gave us here? I doubt the IEC will be able to do that. The IEC does not have the staff personnel. Their budget was cut tremendously. These people that you are seeing that are marking your fingers and scanning your IDs, they were trained for 3 months. 3 months. Some of them even less than that. They were trained for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Writing 2 exams or something, you know, IEC trying to pretend as if they got these unemployed people, and suddenly these unemployed people can be trusted with a task like running an election. Some of them without matric, some of, you know, just a random people. Hi guys, come, we are creating jobs. Who wants to volunteer for the IEC? You, come. Do you know how to scan? You scan here, and then, you know, these are the people that are running our elections. We can't be trusted. They are making funny comments. The guy that marked my finger at my center here in Kimberley, when I got there, after my ID was scanned, after I don't know how many, I'm looking at this lady, looking through the surnames, because me and my family were registered, obviously, being Shongwane and being in Northern Cape. We were the only Shongwanes literally on the list. In Northern Cape, there's no, that surname is not found here. So she's looking at she's running through the H's, and she passes the H's. I'm looking at her, I'm in my heart, I'm like, I'm not gonna assist this person. She passes the H, she pages to the other side, but then she sees, no man, I've passed the H's. She comes back to the H's, then she's looking at it is me, my wife, my brother, my mother, and my sister. The only H's on the only HLU on the list. She's looking there. I'm like, what is this woman struggling with? Why doesn't she check the ID number or the initials? But the problem is that we have almost the same initial, me and my younger sister and my brother. My brother is Shongwane Kateko. My sister is Shongwane Karabo. I'm Shongwane Kagiso. So, you know, she was struggling to get that. But anyways, so we were under the mercy of useless poor people that were just volunteering to get a job and do something and do their contribution. And unfortunately, they worked hours that they were not prepared for. I hope they're going to get an incentive for that. So Bosa at 31,000, Triple C at 26,000. Also, Triple C would have hoped to get, you know, get in there and get one seat at least. Just get one seat. The colored party, but it looks like things are not gonna go well for them. They are not too far. They are not too far. It looks like they will get that one seat, but I hope, because Western Cape is already almost done. Northern Cape is already done. Are they going to get any other votes from other provinces? I doubt. Aljama, I believe, had one seat, if not two, in the outgoing parliament. Does not look like Aljama is going to get there. Aljama with 22,000 votes tell it so far. Aljama might not go back to parliament. Might not go back to parliament. They are missing now a lot of a lot of votes to get to that 30,000. They are looking at 8,000 more people there. The chances of them getting that is very unlikely. Guys, let's continue to the PAC. The Pan-African Party of Azania, 20,000. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. You would have wished for them, because they have said they will work with what is their name? Mkhonto we Sizwe. You would have wished for them to get at least in parliament with one seat, so that, you know, when the voting comes in terms of changing the constitution, changing whatever, they are there and they can make a contribution. I've told the PA people that you cannot work, push a party with old ideology and without the injection of youth. Without the youth, there is no political party that can do anything in South Africa. When you look at the PA, you look at the EFF, the ANC, the DA, you look at Mkhonto we Sizwe, those parties have got one thing in common: the youth in their party are very active. So without the activity of the youth, forget. You can try as much as you want. Good Party, I told you guys that the Good Party will not go back to parliament. Why? I told you guys it's impossible for the Action SA, the DA, the PA, Rise Mzansi, and who else? The IFP, the Freedom Front Plus, all of them to improve at the same time. If you see those parties improving at the same time, just know that there's something wrong, because those parties should not improve at the same time, because they are talking to the same type of voters. So the Good Party is suffering like nobody's business. 20,000, 19,000 to be exact. The Good Party. The Good Party, Patricia de Lille is not going back to parliament. Her political career has ended. Her political career has ended. She needs to shut down that good party door, and they need to join other parties right now. Right now, they need to join other parties. So as I'm scrolling down, UAT 17,000, Hope for SA, new party also there, 16,000, AF4C, I don't know who that is, 11,000, ACT. Oh, yeah, here's ACT. We forgot to speak about ACT. We were so silent about ACT. They are not doing well. What's his name? Ace Makhashula is not going to parliament. He can forget. UIM also not doing very well. Very disappointing there. 11,000 people. I mean, I can get 11,000 people. I think if I had to run as an individual candidate, go on the comment section if you want to see your boy King as an individual candidate in 2029. Very poor what you call numbers here by the AIC, very poor, 10,000. And another party that I interviewed here on the channel, Azapo. I feel so I feel sad for Azapo, man. They are a good party led by a good leader, Nelves Kakema. No, less than 10,000 people. So this is a waste of time. Shut this political party down. Shut them down. They are no longer relevant anymore because they don't want to inject the youth. The old people are in the structures. They're not going to get one seat. They need to go to another election and bring back this political party that is started by legends, man, of our struggle. Cope is also going out. Yeah, I will do another video where I speak about the unknown parties that shouldn't have been here in the first place. This thing of us South Africans being, all of us wanting to own a political party, wanting to be a president of a political party, as if that is an achievement of any sort, must stop. But okay, let's close this one for now. I just wanted to give you guys a small brief. Maybe you forgot about these small parties, but I'm telling you, most of them are not even going to get that one seat. It's very sad. It's very sad. All the millions that were pumped in Arise Mzansi. I'll speak about them separately. Arise Mzansi, I'm gonna do a video for them separate, not Arise Mzansi. Rise Mzansi is I'm going to speak about them personally. And then Arise Mzansi of Mpotagada, I'm also going to speak about him separately because I like the young man. I like the young man and I wish him all the best. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. Don't forget to subscribe. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.